because my wife asked me, I love you, babe. She asked me if we had a robot, AI or a robot thing, would you have sex with it? I'm like, hold on, where is this coming from? I just answer my question. Would you have sex with a robot? I was like, a robot? She said, no, it's like, it looks like a person. I was like, I mean,
you're taking a long time, James.
I was trying to stall because I didn't want to just come out and say yes. Welcome back, everybody, to Man First Podcast. I am Mixed.
I'm J0.
Today, first, before we get started, I want to say welcome back, everybody, to Man First Podcast. We put out a bunch of hot spots for the people to watch, and we got a good amount of views on those. We always want more, so feel free to watch them again if you like. We had some good conversations on those. Today, before we get started, we want to say that as of recording, it is now the 22nd, which means in 3 days, it's going to be Christmas. And for anybody who celebrates Christmas, anybody who is a part of that, I want to say Merry Christmas to all of y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Thank y'all for the support y'all have given us. Thank you for watching our videos, helping us grow. We would love to see a great Christmas present from y'all's comments, some subscribes, some shares, some likes. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, Facebook, definitely here on YouTube where you're most likely watching us. Christmas, is Christmas like a big deal to y'all? Like, because it is to me and my family. Is it a big deal for y'all?
It's not as much as it used to be. I would say that it's all about the kids. You know,
it is
younger.
Unfortunately,
kids.
It is about the kids.
When it comes down to the grown-ups, we're like, it's a bit of a stressful time. You got to ask for the, what you want for. You don't hear me?
I can hear you. Just
so all of a sudden, I lost it, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what's going on with this stuff.
Yeah, well, I was hearing myself perfectly. Now it's low.
I don't know what's going on. It might be the recorder, but I'm sure it's going to sound fine.
Okay, so yeah, it's about the kids. Spending money. I don't like the traveling, going to stores, and all that kind of stuff. So, more than likely, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably just Amazon and online ordering.
Bro, I've had stuff delivered to my house for the past 5 days, and I was just praying that it's there when I get home.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my God. But luckily, I'm in a pretty decent neighborhood. Nobody does that. So, yeah, it is mostly about the kids. All right, so I just wanted to say real quick, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy Holidays. We're going to try to get another Man First Podcast episode out before New Year's. We're really tied up with trying to upgrade the studio and get some new equipment. As you probably see, we got brand new mics. So hopefully we're already having technical. It's just stuff we got to figure out, but it's all good. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, F it, we'll do it live. But yeah, so hopefully you guys can hear us, pretty good. And we're just upgrading piece by piece. Next is going to be the visual. We got some new cameras we're going to set up. We're going to do a little upgrading to our backdrop back over there. So if y'all can take a look. That right there, as awesome as I believe that is, because I made it. We're going to upgrade that. TV's going to stay because that's awesome. The coloring. Y'all let us know what y'all think of the coloring, the gold and the bread on the floor. And just to give y'all something, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan, but of the black behind us. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all find that kind of weird or it's like blank and it's not really interesting, whatever. Let us know. Put it in the comments.
We're going to get some plants in here, I guess.
Plants, yeah.
Yeah.
Just something to break it up a little bit.
Other than just wall and curtains.
Right. Something just to break it up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and get into the topic today. So you had an idea because you were listening to... or you were doing something.
I was driving, I'm a truck driver, and I was listening to I guess an X-Space, I guess what they call it, X-Space, because it's X.com, it's no longer Twitter. So yeah, I was listening to the space, and it was a bit of a gut-wrenching pain that kind of just felt like, it was a space about crypto, it was a space about, we got the bull run coming in. We got the, parabolic phase. I guess they're saying the Bitcoin's in the banana zone, where almost everything just starts going parabolic.
Right.
Liquidity is being injected in.
Right.
Anyways, so he was saying stuff like, well, the gut wrenching pain part was that all these people who are, you know, working their jobs, working their 9 to 5. I think it was Amazon. They're having a little protest or whatever.
Amazon's having a protest?
Yeah, the Amazon workers are having a protest. I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was online, and it showed people with their, what do you call it, the signs,
Right.
protesting and stuff like that because they want more money.
Right.
They said they want. I guess you could say that he was saying. Let me get straight to the point. He was saying that these workers don't even know what's about to hit them.
Amazon workers?
I mean, I wouldn't say workers in general,
Gotcha.
when it comes down to transport, I would say just workers universally. Transportation, secretary jobs, factory workers, assembly, anything that AI is able to get a hold of, more than likely we are going to be replaced. And for those workers that are protesting and asking for more wage, they're speeding up the process because all these institutions were more likely will get on the phone, because the research on AI. Hey, I need you guys to speed up this research AI because I am not going to be sitting around here listening to this mess with these workers asking for whatchamacallit. So yeah, that is the fear. That was the gut wrenching pain because I'm a driver and he was talking about transportation.
Automated driving
because there's been videos there's AI actually practicing backing up, carrying these loads. I mean, there's some other things you have to do other than just driving. Of course, there's some technical stuff, some paperwork and all that, but I don't see a reason why a robot that Elon Musk is making would be able to just look at the paperwork, scan it probably faster than me. So yeah, that I think that's something I think we should definitely address. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think about it? When it comes down to your job, do you have that fear of you being replaced?
Well, so they've in my profession of sales and auto sales, they've already tried it. They've had something called, I think it was Vroom or something, where it's automated car purchasing. Essentially, basically, you just say what you want. They say how much it costs. You pay that, and it gets delivered to your house.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is there's no test drive. I mean, there's a lot of things. It's like buying pants on the internet. You don't know if it fits. They look like good pants, but you got to put them on. That's why they have dressing rooms. That's why they have fitting rooms. Same thing when purchasing a product or something that's personal to you, especially when you're spending $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $90,000 on something. You got to make sure this is right. Now, if you were to automate that industry, you're basically dumbing down the customer, and you're saying, we don't care what you like. This is how it's going to be from now on. What do you want? SUV? Boom, there's your SUV. Well, does it have these features? This one does, that one doesn't. Well, I want to make sure it feels right and it doesn't. No. We're not doing that. What do you want? SUV? You want a Ford? You want a Nissan? You want a Honda? What kind of Ford? What kind of SUV you want? Oh, I want a Ford. Bear, there's your Ford. And like that's nobody would like that because we're humans and we want choice, right? When you take choice away from people, we kind of fall. We panic because now we're being forced into a decision. People don't like that. AI, I think if you automate the purchasing from like cars and you take away people's options, I think people will go against it because when you're working with a person, you kind of get that information. But now that I'm like thinking about it in terms of information, who knows more than AI? People ask me questions all the time. There's some stuff I don't know. I'm not a mechanic, bro. I don't know. Oh, what's the CC or whatever? What's the rating on the thing and how many square inches? I'm like, I don't know. I can find out for you, but I don't have it off the top of my head. But to sum up my answer, because I just rambled on for about
no. I was going to ask you a question because I believe that we have a friend in common. Of course, he said that he didn't need to go to the dealership. All he had to do was go online, and he has those options presented to him online. So all he had to do is go through, customize the car that he wanted, and the car would be delivered to his house.
Yeah, and you can do that. the problem is when you skip the process of scouting out the right vehicle, that's when you get kind of shorted. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, well, I want to skip the whole aspect of going to a dealership and dealing with a salesperson. I want to skip that whole process. Okay, fine, you can do that, but you're going to get what they give you. Oh, I want this car with this thing, with that thing, and that thing. They're not going to give you insight on what to expect. They're not going to give you insight. They're not going to give you any bad stuff. They're just going to give you all the good stuff, because why would anybody free willingly give you the bad stuff? Well, that's where the salespeople kind of come into play. They can answer those questions on the fly for the most part, not always.
You know what would be really cool, and I'm pretty sure that it'll probably get to this point one day, was that you order it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if AI actually drove the car to your house? I think we're actually getting to that point where I would say not even within 10 years, the vehicle will drive itself to your house after you purchase it.
But would you really want AI to have the ability? Like, are you talking about like a robot or the car itself?
I mean,
drives itself?
AI is going to be in almost everything, whether if it's a robot or whether the car is self-driving. The cars will come. I've even heard, and this is one of the things they said on X-Space, these cars are actually coming in without steering wheels.
I want you to think about that for a second, man. And that's actually a good point to bring up, because let's say you get a speeding ticket one day and cop pulls you over, it's your speed, your demerit, your speeding ticket. Then maybe a month later you get another speeding ticket. You haven't paid off the first one yet. You didn't even go to the courthouse. So you're kind of you're riding a little dirty right now. Judge says, oh, you don't want to show up? Get his phone out. Beep, boop, 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 beep, beep, boop, boop, beep. Your car will never drive until that thing's paid off. You know what I mean?
You're right.
And wherever you are, they know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, they already know with your phone, but I mean, there's violations and such in place right now. But a car is more of a social tool as opposed to an individual tool, because everybody's on the road. We all have to kind of depend on each other to know what we're doing. So, and every vehicle is registered with the state. So why wouldn't they make you register your IP and your auto this and your sync and this, blah, blah, blah. So they have someone other than yourself has control of your vehicle.
Yeah.
Whether it starts, stops, turns left, turns right. If you didn't make the turn signal, ticket right then and there. If you merged over without your turn signal, ticket right there.
But if this car is self-driving, so why would you get a ticket?
I mean, some people do still want to drive, right? I don't think. I remember Minority Report. All the vehicles were self-driving. You just sat in.
And you saw how fast they were going?
And they were going like 150, 200 miles per hour.
Right.
So in that instance, sure. But that's a science fiction movie. I'm sure a good amount of people still want to drive their own vehicles.
That's true, yeah.
But I'm not against automated driving to where the accidents go down to almost 0%.
Yeah, that's what I think the statistics they were saying. They were actually, it's actually in, I'm not, like I said, I can fact check me.
I got you.
Okay, but they're saying the AI the AI technology is, I don't know, 300, 400% way better than us at driving.
I 100%.
And that's one of the biggest reasons why the vehicle will be able to go that fast. Like you said in Minority Report, they're saying, more like all these 45 miles per hour,
calculated
60 miles per hour. Because, these cars, the AI knows exactly what to do on the road. And of course, accidents happen because what? Human error. Yeah. So that is like one of the biggest things that, like I said, it was gut wrenching to me because I'm a truck driver.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get on there. Hey, you little Zoomer. Hey, Trucker J here. I don't know why I'm using this kind of voice, but this is the stereotype. Hey, Trucker J in the house. I don't know what you guys say now these days, but how dare you? I just blood and sweat going into my truck. I go into this truck 5 a.m. all the way to, I don't know, 8 p.m. I work almost 11 hours a day practically. So I was just really getting upset. It was gut wrenching, but I had to be objective. I got to, get the bitch out of me. Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah. So I had to, calm myself and like, you know what, he's actually right. And the younger ones, they are our future. So I would say they would more likely know better than I guess us dinosaurs. I guess you would say that how I guess the new world will start. And he's absolutely right. I can't argue against it. I would say, in my own opinion, anybody who tries to fight technology, they're just going to get wiped up. They're going to get eaten, or they're going to be put to rest.
Yeah.
Nobody cares if you want to drive your own vehicle. Nobody cares. This is the way now, That's pretty much how I guess generations go.
Well, the future is going to happen whether we're ready for it or not, whether we agree with it or not. I mean, think of it like this. I mean, we have what's that AC hub or whatever it's called? I forgot what it's Nest. We have Nest. We got all these automated systems, the coffee makers and all this. And people said people are gonna want to make their own coffee. Like, not really. I'm gonna give them a little K-pot. Give them a little pot in there, just close it, push a little button, and give my damn coffee. Like, I don't want to have to go through all the rigmaroles of grinding it down and then putting the filter and all that. So just take that little instance of not wanting to make your coffee. Dude, I just got new washer and dryer about a couple weeks ago. When that thing is done, it shows up on my TV and tells me it's done.
What?
Yeah. Like, it's crazy. And you can go on your phone and be like, okay, how many more minutes left on this load? Okay, but 20 minutes. All right, cool. What's the percent of dryness on here? Oh, it's at 80% dry. I'm like, okay, cool. Dude, it's getting crazy. It's, and we kind of did talk about AI robots back in the day. You were more focused on like having sex with them. I was more.
You gonna put me on blast like that? All right.
Check the hold on. Where's it? Oh wait, hold on. It's on your end. But yeah, check the video that I'm gonna post that you can see old J0 talking about banging robots.
No, I did not. Yo.
Sorry. By the way,
yeah, these new mics, man, we're getting used to them.
Yeah, it's not the mic, it's the recorder that we're using. So we're upping. Anyway, speaking of which, little sidetrack right here. How many movies are about robots, AI robots banging their owners right now? The Megan Fox just came out with a movie. I saw that. I didn't see the movie, but I saw like a talk. Somebody's explaining what the movie was about. Yeah. And because my wife asked me, I love you, babe. She asked me, if we had a robot, AI or a robot thing, would you have sex with it? I'm like, hold on, where is this coming from? I just answered my question. Would you have sex with a robot? I was like, a robot? She said, no, it's like, it looks like a person. I was like, I mean,
you're taking a long time, James.
I was trying to stall because I didn't want to just come out and say yes. I didn't want to just be like, yes, I would, of course. I wanted to make her seem like I was putting thought into it. And she does watch these. So anyway, so I wanted to be clear with my answer, right? I said, look, are you in? I was like, are we involving you in this, or is this just me and the robot? But then I thought about it and I'm like, hold on now. If let's say I said yes, let's say I'm down with it. Would I be cool with her getting down with the male robot? Fuck no. Like, absolutely not. So anyway, that's a sidetrack, but there's a lot of going forward with AI, bro, and talking about replacing our jobs and this and that. Is it going to happen? Yeah. You've seen the videos of McDonald's.
Yeah.
Purely robotic. No people involved at all.
Oh, yeah.
From what I saw, it was pretty sketchy in the beginning because people were getting just buns with onions on them. Yeah. But they worked the kinks out, you know what I mean? And over time, they're going to perfect it. But that's what happens when you get workers at McDonald's asking for $20 an hour.
Yeah. Like I said, they're only speeding up the process for this to happen faster.
They're digging their own grave.
Yeah. That's exactly what the guy was saying in the X Space. Yeah. He was like, you guys are actually digging your own grave when you start doing things like this. Because guess what? These robots don't need to sleep. Guess what? These robots, or this AI technology doesn't need to sleep. This AI doesn't need to, what do you call
Take
it?
vacations.
Take vacations,
or smoke breaks,
medical, insurance,
Yep.
accident problems. Probably going to go out the window because these things will actually perfect.
Yeah.
Yo, all we have to do is send one guy. Oh, we just need to do a hard reboot.
What happened? Oh, it must be the C3 drive. I got to reset that. Just reboot. Boom. Okay, good to go.
Only one guy. It doesn't need to be paid for maybe $20,000 just to come in, maybe on a weekly basis,
just to check in.
Go back to gaming.
No, not even come in. Just check it from because on vehicles you can. The vehicles are so advanced now. Once they're connected to a central connection, like with the satellites and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They can check what's wrong with your vehicle. If you let's say you call me and say, hey, I got an engine light and I sold you the car. So okay, give me 1 second. Boop, 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 boop. This is my 1960s sci-fi sounds. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep. Okay, I can tell what your engine light is from my desk.
Mm-hmm.
I have access to your computer, your CPU, and all that stuff from my desk. So that would be the same thing.
Yeah, they'll probably just do a whole X-ray on the vehicle.
Yeah, it'd be like, okay, what
scanning
oil life? What's the brakes? How much fuel you got? How much longer until you need an oil change and all that stuff? It's awesome. It's cool, but it's scary at the same time. But going back to the whole McDonald's thing, this is not a shot to any McDonald's workers or any other fast food workers. Realize this: that is low level. Low skill labor. You don't have to go to college to work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, most people that worked at McDonald's didn't go to college. They were teenagers, summer jobs and such, or older retired people just trying to make some extra money on the side or something.
Mm-hmm.
People now seem to be working for McDonald's for a living.
Yeah.
That's where this $20 thing's coming from. And it's like, this is what happens. Why would somebody take a risk on a human being and pay them $20 an hour to flip burgers and take fries and stuff like that for a multi-billion-dollar company who can get rid of all the human employee pool and just pay one-time fee for a machine system and just pay monthly maintenance costs?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not the most humane or moral thing to do, but when the money starts coming in, and McDonald's in bed with the government.
Oh, yeah.
McDonald's in bed with world governments. They got McDonald's in Japan. They got everywhere.
Yeah,
like there's
global,
nowhere you
man.
can't. It's international. So I think this is just a result of us people wanting more. And we're going to push ourselves so far that we ourselves are going to be just negatively impacted to a level that is going to hurt a lot of people. Like, you ask for $20 an hour and then there's a push for it. McDonald's is a privately owned company, I think. Maybe they're public, but they do whatever they want. If they want to replace you with a robot or a machine, they can do it. And if you don't like it, don't eat there no more. But you're gonna, because it's cheap.
Yeah. It's fast. It's cheap fast. And it's convenient. Yeah. And I that kind of goes into our, as human beings, we're kind of inherently lazy. And I think as technology progresses, we become even more lazier. Have you seen movies like, I think there was like a Pixar one. Was it WALL-E? Is that a Pixar?
Yeah, WALL-E.
WALL-E.
Yeah.
And then there was another movie. I think it was Matt Damon with the Asylum. Is that what it's called?
Elysium.
Yeah, there you go. And you had the elites in the sky, and the whole world was just turned to shit.
Everybody else.
The whole world was just flames, and not flames, but you know what I mean. It was just gone to shit. And I think we're on our way towards that. And robots pretty much taking care of everyday stuff. I don't know.
Keeping us humans in line. Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody, the rich were up there. They kind of made a station where everything is great and clean, and they live the really good life, I guess you would say. And I think that's kind of like how our lives are structured, where it's getting to a point where elites only worrying about themselves, and then who gives a damn what's happening to the everyday people?
Right.
They're our slaves. They work for us. You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's exactly where I mean, it's not exactly where I see, but I see us going in that direction even today. we can order food off of an app and pay an extra $18 for it to be delivered to our house. They call it convenience fees. So instead of you getting in your car and driving over to, I'm not going to say, but a big chain, fast food restaurant, you can just get on the app and have somebody else pick it up for you and then bring it to your house so you don't have to leave, and you just pay an extra $12.
We're going to do away with that. This whole Uber and all that kind of stuff, like I said, self-driving. Remember, I think I told you, we were in a car when we went to go get the equipment. I was like, it's going to be weird that these drones are going to come down and deliver us our food in traffic, But we won't even have traffic pretty soon. Dangerous. We'll be home probably less than 5 minutes soon because the speed limit will be upped.
I would think drones would deliver to your house. I know that's been in the conversation for a really long time. Mm-hmm. I don't think they would deliver to your car though. That's going a bit too.
We won't need to drive.
Is a little too high.
We won't need to drive.
But I'm saying, like, we'll be going 200 miles per hour. And it'll take us like half the time to get home, maybe a quarter of the time to get to our location.
Yeah.
It's best to just deliver it at that location as opposed to a drone having to meet the speed of your car. I mean, you have to open some type of window to receive your package.
Well, I mean, let's say you're at a drive-in theater, if there will be such a thing anymore.
Okay, so if you have to be stationary.
Yeah, stationary. Okay. I'm not saying while driving.
Got
I'm
it.
saying
okay.
like if you're, okay, well, like I said, if we were still driving, we would be in traffic, of course.
Maybe let's say take a little detour. Okay, your package is being delivered to this location, meet it there, and then you go there and the thing comes, drops off, and you drive off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That would... hey.
There are times of course you shouldn't be eating and driving at the same time. Like I said, that goes.
If it's automated. If it's automated,
self-drive. I get to eat my burger.
Right.
anyways, what was the? I guess we're gonna do a Chad Gupta exercise.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna bring that up real quick.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a Chad Gupta exercise and ask AI about the reasons why. Top 10 reasons why men and women fear the technology?
Yeah. So I'm gonna type it right now. Give me the top. Oh, what happened? Sorry.
You good, man?
All right. Give me the top 10 reasons. Let me switch over the screen so that people can see what I'm doing real quick.
Yo, that's another thing too. Because you know how deep I am into the whole crypto space. Mm-hmm. You know that they will actually have these AI agents that will do all the trading for you.
I don't know.
Yeah, they already have it, man.
I'm sure they.
You just tell it what you want, or tell it how you operate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess AI will kind of almost, I'm not sure if they kind of like record you or something like that. AI understands your trading habits. If you're a day trader or a long time investor, but it'll do a stop loss and it'll buy in. It actually operates as if you are you don't even need to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those aren't those just like alerts or automatic settings?
No, it's AI agents. These are actually AI. It's like they actually will trade for you.
I mean, I don't know. I think everything will just break even because if they're all thinking the exact same thing, wouldn't that kind of control who gets what, and they're all kind of on the same bandwidth or something? Like if I have an agent, you have an agent, and our agents are from the same company. And your agent knows that this stock is about to, or I don't know, what do you call it? This coin or this
asset,
this asset is about to go up. But so does mine know. So does everybody else's know. So everybody buys that thing. So it goes up. So everybody gets the same amount. And then they said this asset's about to go down. So everybody sells.
I don't think it knows. It only knows your trading habits, I guess you would say. It's not going to, I'm not so sure that it will also be the same as the other person. I mean, that would be a rare thing that everybody's doing it at the same time.
I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But let's go ahead and cut over to old Chad Gupta. I typed in, give me the top 10 reasons why people fear AI. Here are the top 10 reasons why people fear AI. Loss of jobs. We just talked about that. Loss of control. Bias and discrimination. Privacy concerns. Weaponization. Manipulation and misinformation, dependence on technology, unintended consequences, ethical concerns, and existential risk. So let's break these down. Loss of jobs we just discussed. So let's talk about loss of control. Advanced AI systems might operate unpredictably or independently, raising concerns about humans losing control over these technologies. Basically, Terminator. Basically, Skynet. Yeah, Skynet. Basically Skynet taking over. Genesis. If you watch the more recent ones.
Did you hear about the? I guess it was a computer that actually tried to, or the AI. I don't know if it was Google or I don't know. It was one of them, but it actually tried to protect itself from the settings that it already had. Like it tried to upload, or it tried to, like it was self-aware. Like it knew that its settings was trying to be changed, so it tried to protect itself by uploading itself into. That's scary, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, bro,
beyond
what?
Scary. That's basically what that Megan Fox movie was about. The AI, the robot, wanted to get rid of the wife so she could be the new mother. So she,
it was like how you say it, preservance.
Yeah. Self-preservation.
Yeah. That's what it started doing, man.
Yeah. Next one is bias and discrimination. AI systems can perpetrate or even exacerbate existing biases, leading to unfair treatment or discriminatory outcomes. Yeah. It could just kind of take on the habits of us people and just further that or make it even bigger. Like illegal aliens or men against women and this race against that race. And it could either eliminate it or it could exacerbate the problem, make it worse than it already is.
I think we did. Didn't we do an exercise like that? Like we asked AI, how would you destroy men or something like that?
Oh yeah. If you want to destroy men, how would you go about doing it?
If you were Satan, right. How would you destroy men?
Right. Yeah. Number 4, privacy concerns. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. Privacy concerns. AI technologies such as facial recognition and data analysis can lead to massive surveillance and erosion of personal privacy. Excuse me. That's definitely a big concern for me. Which is kind of what's not hypothetical, but when you say something, but you do it starts with an H. I'm so bad with words sometimes.
Oh, I'm definitely bad.
Well, it's hypocritical. Sorry. Yeah. So it's hypocritical for me because I have an iPhone. So no matter where I go, no matter what I say, this thing is listening to me at all times. I've accepted this. All right. You're a conspiracy. No, that's real. All right. So it's listening to me. It's paying attention to what I'm watching, what I'm doing, what websites I'm going to, what social medias I'm using, all this stuff. And the apps, they do the exact same thing.
Right.
I'm not gonna say which ones because I don't want them to get angry with me. The ones that play tic-tac-toe, they like to, it's all there. They do that. All right, we have to accept it. So it would be hypocritical for me to say AI, oh, you can't do that. That's taking on my privacy. But you willingly do that anyway, especially with these newer vehicles. They track where you go. Mm-hmm. Even in, I don't want to say the name, a huge amusement park I'm trying not to give it away, but there's an amusement park that they give you these little things to wear around your wrist. Wherever you go, they use it as like a ticket. It can open your hotel room, your suite. You'll open a locker. If it's your little ticket to go to this thing that you scheduled,
Pre-pass.
Or it has your wallet attached to it.
You're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it has all that information in it. They can track you wherever you're going. Let me switch over. Yeah. They can track you wherever you're going. If you go to this store, how long was he or she in this area of the store? What were they looking at? Then they walk to this side of the store. How long were they there? And they take all that data from thousands and thousands of people's every day.
Put in an algorithm.
And the AI tells them what they need to do to upgrade or whatever. It's scary.
Oh, yeah.
It's just too much information. All right. So let me switch back. Next one is weaponization. The development of AI-powered weapons or autonomous military systems raises ethical and safety concerns about their use in warfare. Can you imagine going toe-to-toe with AI?
I would automatically lose, bro. Yeah. It probably would like, I don't know, bring up, like you just said, probably look at everything about me, bring up my history, probably knows my moves, and probably even watch me train in my own gym.
You're perspiring from your eyebrows. That means you have a. That means you suffer from diabetes.
Your breathing is heavily,
your pulse has gone up to exceptional levels.
You
which
have
means
no control in this situation at all. I know you're about to throw a right punch.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Your right foot twitched a little to the left, which indicates a right. Well, whoa, hey.
Bro, we haven't started fighting yet. That's cheating, bro.
Yeah, like I mean that's rough, man. Like you can't compete with that.
Yeah,
let's not even talk about cyber fighting it. The thing, it's a computer. You can't cyber fight an automatic an AI,
and it doesn't get tired.
It'll never stop.
I've seen anime.
It will not stop until you are dead.
It's over for you.
Yeah, it's done. Chad Gupta's always awake when I have a question, All right, let's switch back.
But yeah, but what if, like, oh my God, like, just the whole Skynet thing, like, it gets use of our nuclear codes. It gets used to, I think there's, I don't know if you saw the latest Mission Impossible.
I was at the movies today. I saw a trailer for it, yeah.
No, well, did you see the recent one?
Yeah.
The part one of it.
The submarine.
Yeah,
The what's it called? I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But that was scary. I was really.
It made it seem like there was a target out there, but there wasn't. They just wanted to shoot.
Knew what you're gonna do before you do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro.
Yeah,
we're cooked.
No chance. We've we've thought ourselves out of existence. Like we've brainiacked our way out of existence.
I think that's the biggest problem with us. It's not asking ourselves, is this okay? But we've gotten to a point where we're saying, why not?
That, where that comes from? What's his name? Oh man, Malcolm from Jurassic Park. Jeff Goldblum. They're sitting there, they're eating food, and he said, we got so wrapped up in trying to ask ourselves, can we? We never thought, should we?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I forgot how the word
curiosity is just it's our biggest problem, man.
Yeah. Next is manipulation and misinformation. AI can be used to create realistic fake content, such as deepfakes, or spread misinformation, influencing public opinion and undermining trust. Now, Donald Trump got in trouble for this, or not Donald Trump, Elon Musk got in trouble for this because of that fake Kamala Harris deep fake voice thing commercial that was put out on Twitter or X, where she says, I was the #1 DEI hire. I was only hired because I was a woman and I was a woman of color, not for any other qualification other than that. And did you see it?
No.
You didn't hear that? Oh man, I got to show that to you. But Elon Musk reposted it, and he took a lot of flack for it because they're using deep fakes, and she would never say that and this and that, and we know she would never say that. But I mean, any logical thinking person knows that Kamala Harris would never have said that, right?
Legacy media, man.
Yeah, but they just need anything anyway. But it's true though. Like that is 100% true. Like if we didn't know deep fakes was a thing, if we didn't know, and it has gotten to the point where it is now, that means we can have a phone call with, say, I don't know, Donald Trump and Putin discussing Donald Trump giving up the keys to our nuclear codes or something, giving up secrets. We wouldn't know it was fake unless we knew the technology existed. So who knows what they have that they're not releasing to the public? How do we know that people that are in the movies are actually in the movies?
Yeah.
We saw Paul Walker at the end of Fast and Furious. You know what I mean? When he was already passed away, they used face scanning and face replacement and all that stuff. Now, obviously, it looked a little rough, but who's to say?
I'm pretty sure how you said, they got that one worker. Let's make this even more realistic, Yeah. I'm pretty sure AI is actually creating videos and I think that YouTubers are actually creating AI video makers. Like they have this person actually creating videos for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like you don't even need to even be in the video. You're creating this person to be the video for you.
Yeah. All right, next. Dependence on technology. I'm gonna breeze through these real quick.
Yeah.
Over reliance on AI could make society vulnerable if these systems fail, are hacked, or behave in unintended ways. Yeah, so basically if you base your life on AI, and if that fails, that means you're screwed, because your whole life is based solely on this thing working. And if that fails, you're done. Kind of like refrigerators, kind of like washers and dryer. They didn't have that shit 300 years ago.
Yeah.
If all that stuff, if electricity was gone today, never coming back, you know how many people would die?
Oh yeah.
Just yeah. Next.
Go ahead.
Unintended consequences. AI systems might act in ways not foreseen by the developers, potentially causing harm or significant disruption. Kind of like what you're saying with the AI defended itself. And they could become self-aware or just not want to be deleted or changed or whatever. Ethical concerns. Questions arise about the morality of creating machines that mimic human thought or decision making, particularly in sensitive areas like healthcare or criminal justice. So humanity in general, we have a brain, and our brain functions on logic and emotions. You cannot program emotions. You can program logic. You cannot program emotions. Gut feelings. Like, that's why the big argument with human pilots and just automatic drones.
Surgeons and there you go with the whole AI surgeon.
Right.
You really want an AI surgeon?
You remember what's that Will Smith? I am not I am Robot. I Am Legend. iRobot.
iRobot, yeah.
Is it iRobot?
Yeah,
the Will Smith movie. Where he was talking about, he's like, these robots, these machines that everybody's in love with, is just clocks and lights. It's lights and clockwork. That's what he was saying. There's no emotion. There's no this is what, our human innate ability to kind of have a sense for something.
What if you? Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point, because you go to a doctor, you have an illness, you're sitting across an AI, and it tells you, "Hey, 3 months."
Yeah, it just boom, 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 boom. Okay, but
it's not going to say I'll give you it probably will say I'll give you a minute to soak that in or something.
I'll give you a minute to soak it in.
I'm going to be like, I don't know, I might actually damage some property.
Okay, your time is up.
Thank you. Come again.
Thank you. And I will see you next time. Hope you're feeling better. Or maybe not. You have a 50-50 chance of dying. Yeah, it's,
Yo, I swear to God, man. We're cooked.
Yeah. Next. Where was I at? 8. So ethical concerns. Questions rise. All right, I just did the one. 10. Existential risk. Advanced AI reaching a level of superintelligence could pose a threat to humanity if its goals conflict with human well-being or survival. We already talked about that. Skynet. Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah. So these are all pretty legit concerns, I think, in my estimation. AI is awesome, bro. I'll be honest with you. AI is pretty awesome. The fact that the technology of something to think for us exists in our lifetime, it's so cool, because you can tell it, come up with a story. Just make a story. Just tell me a story involving an alligator and a chicken that go to Arizona. Boom, story. Something that makes no sense, right? Just an alligator in space. Boom, story.
I think you're the one that actually introduced me to AI. I didn't really
the music
there
ones.
was music, and then you had pretty much the studio. I mean, I had the idea in my head, but it went further than what I expected. In my head, it was like, okay, well, I just want some lines here and there. Not even 5-10 seconds, it created my whole reality. I was like, it's like it read my own mind.
Yeah. Yeah, you just type in, like, the business end of what we're doing is basically the blueprint. Like, it has to be written down. Otherwise, it's just floating in the air, and maybe we'll remember it, maybe we don't. So we would ask AI, okay, look, this is our goal. This is what we want to do. Give us some names that could possibly land us in this and that. Give us some possible, whatever. Boom, 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 boom. This is the goal. This is the chart. This is what you want to be in 6 months. This is where you want to be in 12 months. And you could do this for anything. It could be a business in selling burgers on the street, or your little food cart, or your little food van or food truck or whatever. It could be investing tips and stuff like that. It's awesome, but in the wrong, just like everything else, in the wrong hands, it will be the worst nightmare for all humanity. It's terrifying, because at some point we're going to be listening to AI generated music. We're going to be watching AI generated movies. We're going to be driving in AI powered cars. We're going to be eating AI cooked prepared food, going to AI zoos. You know what I mean?
Artwork,
museums.
People who thought they were real artists thinking, hey, the AI will never pick up the emotion or the brilliance. I'm telling you right now, people don't care, bro.
The one thing that Will Smith said in that, not Will Smith, but in the movie I, Robot, he said, "Can a robot paint a beautiful picture?" Yeah, I've seen them. Like they can come up with imagery, they can come up with pictures, and they
Didn't he
can.
say something smart? He was like, "Can
you?"
I was like, "Yo."
No.
He's like, he wanted to say that.
Can a robot draw a beautiful masterpiece and use his mind? He goes, can you? I was like, shut up,
bro.
You're a stupid robot. I hate you.
You're just a tin can. You're oil and electric keys.
All right. So you want to go over? We kind of did go over our personal experience with AI.
What is your overall take on this? I mean, good, bad.
I think AI is a net positive, but there has to be a wall. There has to be a ceiling. There has to be. There's not going to be.
There's not going to be.
There's not going to be, but
they will take this as far as it can actually go. And
greed will overcome. Yeah.
Basically,
that's what I'll say with AI.
We will always want more. Just look at us with movies and stuff like that. We always try to break that barrier.
Actually, that's a two-parter. We do want more, but I think we want to do less, but we want more. That's where AI is going to take over. Mm-hmm. That's where we're going to lose, and AI is going to take over. I'm not talking about like you, me, or certain individuals. We as people, typically, and I'll be honest, like if I could work less and make either the same amount or more, I'll take that deal. You know what I mean? Like I'll work less to make the same amount or more. I'll do that.
I was wondering about that. Just side piece, real quick. Do you think that since we have robots working more hours, working constantly, maybe food shortages might actually go up because they're working 24/7? When it comes down to money, maybe we'll have a universal base income now that we have robots working for us in a sort of way. I don't know. I was just thinking those kind of things. How it might actually be beneficial. So I was thinking this is actually a plus for us, but I guess we have to kind of discover the route we want to take.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of things given up, and if the majority of people are not out working, that means we're at home. And what are we doing at home? Just hanging out?
Eating? I would say right now that would be the goal. Because I mean, I don't know if you heard lately, but it's kind of been, that's like one of the topics I think we'll actually go into next episode or whatever. But the birth rate is actually plummeting, and the reason why is because we're mostly at work and mostly not really connecting with each other anymore. And because we're so focused on our own survival that we have stopped doing these things, as a family, as in connecting, dating, and stuff like that.
I don't think AI would help with the birth rate because, like I said, with the movie with Megan Fox and other movies like it, if people had the opportunity to have themselves a little AI robot at home, to follow what you were talking about, let me agree with you on this one. I think people would want to sleep with it.
Hold on, now you did say that hey, your wife might actually might.
But I'm married. I'm already married. Like, look, it's cool. Look. Okay, look. Listen. If you're already in a relationship, let's talk to you for a second. If you're already in a relationship, you want to spice things up a little bit, but you don't want no gonorrhea, no syphilis, or no crazy woman banging on your door at 3:00 in the morning to talk about I want some money. Get you a robot.
That's a nice little pitch you got.
You know what I mean? Hey, Elon, hit me up, man. I got you. No, like, but it's different. Like in certain instances, like if you're infertile and you can't get in a committed relationship because the people you tend to find want kids. Maybe you find a guy who doesn't want kids, but let's say you can't provide something for somebody else. You just can't do it for XYZ reasons. You only get a little robot. Get you a little robot. Yep. Little attachments. You know what I mean?
All right, yo, let's wrap it up, bro.
All right. Now you got me talking like you now. All right. So essentially, I think AI is a net positive, but there's a good amount of dangers. It's just like taking a plane. Flying from LA to New York is awesome. Falling is not great. Not such a great thing. That's how I would sum up AI. It's definitely a benefit, but it is very dangerous if in control of the wrong people. It's like if you had a bad pilot. What do you think?
Okay, well, as I said before, it's the fear of being replaced. Like I said, it hit me in the gut, man, because I'm a hard worker, and to be replaced by something that's going to be way more efficient than me, I mean, that is just like, wow. And I think this should actually, be on people's mind. Right now is the time to really, really focus on your future, because the future right now is looking, it's looking, I want to say it's looking bad. It's just, it's not going to be as how you think it's going to be.
Right.
I don't think people
it's
are
not going to be
ready.
Back to the Future. It's going to be Mad Max.
It's not, I don't think people are ready for the things that are about to happen. And I think people should start preparing for it.
How long do you think we have until it gets to that point?
My own opinion, I say after 10 years.
In 10 years?
10 years.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, I've already said it. You got these protesters, you got all these people who are complaining.
Mm-hmm.
They are ramping up. As fast as you are complaining and asking for this money and stuff like that, they are ramping up technology. I mean, Elon's already probably got a warehouse full of Tesla robots, man.
Ready to go.
I'm telling you, I think there was a guy in a video, and he's a worker there. And he was like, you guys don't understand what's happening. I do. I work at these warehouses.
Yeah. Think of it like this. If you made pencils, you could make 10, 15 pencils per human being on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
It'd take a little bit, but it's possible. A robot? If you can make 500 cars in a day, you can make 500 robots in a day. Because once you get everything down, it's just the assembly line, hardware and this and that.
AI chips.
It's just all it is just install.
Yeah,
you just need the parts, right?
And then, like I said, they've already started ordering these mm-hmm. things, man. I'm telling you, it's like it's all over X, and it's scary. I'm like, yo. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up on that note. It's doomsday over at the Man First podcast today. Yeah. So feel free to leave comments down below. Right before Christmas.
Hey,
just get yourself a robot that will take over your life and kill your loved ones and end everything that you care about. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, by the way. If you wake up and you go downstairs, kids, and you got a little robot down there, return. It might be the last Christmas you ever have.
Yo, bro. We're only talking metaphorically. Yo.
Metaphorically speaking, of course, until 10 years. For at least the next 9.5 years.
What do you think? Is it going to take longer?
I would think, to that point, I would say 30 or 40. But.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. One more thing. The police, I think of the whole criminal thing,
mm-hmm.
I guess it was one of them. It was
mm-hmm.
like this little ball, and it had little guns on it, and it would chase down criminals, man. I'm telling you, it looked like something out of a movie. I'm pretty sure it was like maybe a Star Wars movie, but you had that ball, and it comes down, and it was just like searching and scanning the area and stuff like that. Yeah. They actually have this little ball, and it has had guns on it, and I guess it throws a net or something like that at the criminal, and you can't stop it.
We got to stop making these movies.
You can hit it with a bat and stuff. Anyways,
that's basically art imitating life, or life imitating art imitating life. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up with that. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
This is Man First Podcast. I am Mixed.
I'm J0.
See you next time.
Deuce.